Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. I have missed you guys. It's been a minute since I've been able to come live and paint with you all. And as promised, I said today we would paint the Yay birthday cake design. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Also live over on TikTok, so you might see me look up occasionally. It's going to be hard for me to read the comments from as far away as my phone is. But if you want to join us live on Facebook or YouTube, you'll have an even better vantage point to watch and interact. So this design could be painted a variety of different ways. In the original, the candles are yellow, the top is pink, this part is white, and then we've got kind of like a green cake plate sort of thing at the bottom. I might change this up just a tiny bit, but I think I'm going to keep most of it the same. So I'm going to actually start with my white paint, and we're just going to paint this whole section right through here. In a bit, my husband Michael's going to pop in and he's going to help me monitor the comments. So I apologize in the meantime if I miss anybody's comments. Hey, Joanne. Hello, Linda. Welcome. Have you guys had a great Christmas break and a happy new year? I have so many exciting things to look forward to this year in 2025, namely a few things that I've been planning. Number one is SA Live 2025 in October. It's going to be in Destin, Florida. This is our big crafting event of the year. We've done 5 of them so far. So next year will be number 6. So if you've been thinking about joining us, tickets are still on sale right now during our early bird promotion, and you can save as much as $100 off your full price in-person ticket. We won't be selling virtual tickets until the event gets much closer. So if you're not able to attend, you can check in with us about a month or 2 before the event and see about getting a virtual ticket. The other event that I'm super excited about in 2025 is Painters Clubhouse Live, which is our crafty cruise. For the first time ever, we are taking door hanger painting onto a cruise ship. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be cruising out of Galveston, Texas, stopping in Costa Maya and Cozumel. And during the at sea days, we're going to be actually doing lots of crafting and painting together on the ship. So if you've never been on a cruise before, this is your perfect opportunity to try it for the first time and know that you're going to have a blast because you're there with me. And I've got all kinds of fun things planned. Sandy is excited about SA Live in Destin. Drop me a comment. Let me know who is going with me to either event. You can comment and let me know what you're excited about. Oh shoot, hang on. I gotta turn off one of my autoresponders. If you comment SA Live or PC Live, it will send you information about either of these events. And I forgot to turn off the part where it comments back to you. So it appears that I am just commenting away in the comments. Let me turn that off. There we go. Now it's off. Hopefully it might need to be turned off for the PC Live one as well. So let me check that real quick. Hello, TikTok. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you're watching. Hit that follow button if you love to learn to paint, or if maybe painting is something you aspire to do in 2025. I hope a lot of you got decide to learn to paint with me. Happy birthday, Laurel. Today's Laurel's birthday, watching on YouTube. That's awesome. I hope you're having a good one. I'm actually painting this door hanger, which is a birthday door hanger. So how perfect it is that it's on your birthday. Linda is coming to both events. Danetta is going to see us in Destin. Laura said, I'm going to be at SA Live this year in Destin. Mary's going to be at SA Live. We have already sold over 175 tickets to this year's live event in Destin. So there's a very good chance it could sell out before we even get done with all of our like early bird promotions and stuff, because who doesn't like to save a little money? And so if you buy your ticket to SA Live in Destin, Florida by January 31st, you're saving $100 off your pay in full ticket and $50 off your payment plan ticket. Brandy said, I'm on the big screen. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like to imagine my head being really big on anybody's television screen, but hopefully you're able to see everything I'm painting really well. I'm just giving this whole section here a coat of white paint, and don't worry about all those lines. We're just painting right over them. Our designs have the image or the design laser etched in the door hanger itself. So you can just paint right over that and you can still see those lines through the paint. So it makes it really easy to paint little tiny areas like the little sprinkles and all that by not having to paint around them. Heather says, where do we stay in Destin? We're going to be staying at the Island Hotel, which is across the street from the Destin Convention Center. And so we'll be sending out more information about that really soon, but you can go ahead and contact the Island Hotel in Destin if you want to stay there and let them know you're with SA Live, and they'll give you our room block discount. Janet says, I'm going to SA Live. I would go on the cruise, but my hubby's taking me to Alaska for our 50th. Congratulations. That sounds like an awesome trip. That is definitely on mine and Michael's bucket list to take an Alaskan cruise one of these days. Pam commented SA Live. Yeah, if you comment SA Live or PC Live, either one, it's going to send you information to your Facebook Messenger about each individual event. It'll give you the dates and a link to where you can go find out more information about tickets and all of that. Yeah, just comment PC, letters PC Live, L-I-V-E, Sandy, and it'll send you information. Now, PC Live tickets, there is a more firm deadline on purchasing those because that event is happening June 23rd through the 25th. And our room block on the cruise ship, holy crap, did you see that? There was smoke coming out of my heat gun. And I knew it smelled funny. This is a brand new heat gun, brand spanking new. Just literally got it out of the box right before I went live. I have one just like this, but Michael bought me another one because my old one was making a funny noise. And so I thought, well, I'll give the old one to Charlie and I'll keep this one. But now I'm thinking this one is a fire hazard. So I'm kind of trying to look, see if there's any reason why something down in there would be smoking. That's not good. But anyway, what was I saying? We were talking about Painters Clubhouse Live and the cruise ship. So we have until February 20th to get our cruise, actual cruise rooms booked, or we lose our room block. So if you've been thinking about coming on this cruise, or if you've already bought your ticket to the Painters Clubhouse Live cruise and you haven't booked with our travel agent yet, you need to be getting on that pronto because we're going to lose those spots after February 20th. That doesn't mean there won't be room on the cruise ship. It just means that you won't be able to get them at the discount that we have, and that if the cruise happens to sell out, you will be out of luck. Angela says, could just be dust. I hope so. Michael just popped in. Michael?
What?
I pulled my brand new heat gun out of the box, plugged it in, sitting here using it, and something started smoking. And when I turned it off, there was smoke coming out of it. Somebody said it could
How does it smell?
like burnt
dust?
Like burnt dust, or I don't know. It was smoking. We'll try it with you in here in a minute. And if it literally catches fire, you can be here to rescue me. It's only fitting since you bought it for me, you know.
That's true. Well, hey, you're using one of the two things I got you. Where's the other one? Where's the little thingy?
What little thingy?
It rotates.
I might have returned that.
Uh-huh.
I don't need it. I've already got this thingy that holds paints and rotates. And I've got this thingy behind me that you made already. And Charlie was mad when I returned it. She's like, I want that. I could use that for my room. I'm like, no. We don't need more things. So don't be mad at me, but I returned it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys ever return gifts your husband gets you for Christmas? He did really good on a few things. And there were a couple things I was like, that was a really great thought, but I just don't need it. So I returned it.
Put the paintbrushes out for you.
No, they're behind you. I try to use the ones with my pink. Well, I said that as I'm using this one with the black handle.
Yeah.
I accidentally grabbed.
What was that?
I try to use the ones with the pink handles since those are the ones available in our shop. My bad. Marina says we're funny. Jacqueline said when I got a new one, it smoked and smelled awful the first few times I used it. Okay, good. Maybe it's not just me. Okay, I think that's probably good. We're going to let that dry and then we'll see. Heather, it may be technically Fort Walton Beach instead of Destin. It's like right on the edge of Destin.
It's Fort Walton, probably.
Okay. Michael is saying it's Fort Walton. What is going on with this?
I don't know.
I feel like we had this problem the last time we were going to go live and it wouldn't let you sign in. Oh, I thought it was Face ID, so I took my glasses off. Does your phone sometimes not recognize you with your glasses on if you don't wear glasses all the time? There we go.
There's some sunglasses I can wear and my phone recognizes me.
You wear sunglasses a lot, though.
I do.
Could just be me, but I feel like this one doesn't blow as hard. Maybe because it's quiet. The louder it is, the harder it seems to be blowing. Hey Tanya, haven't seen me in a long time. I see somebody commenting up there on TikTok. I'm still here. I'm on Facebook and YouTube live right now and live streaming to TikTok talk, tickety talk as well. Stumbling over my words. Oh no, Mary.
We do the best now in
He's really good.
In defense of all husbands everywhere, we do the best we can.
It's true. He did get me a really funny shirt. It's a green shirt
yes,
with a funky chicken on it. I should have worn it on today's live. And on the other side, it says, "Live today like you're getting fried tomorrow."
Yeah.
I love it.
Now, I will have to say, I do have to, who was it? There was somebody, I got to give credit, because somebody had sent me a picture. I don't know, who was it that sent me a picture of that? Maybe it was Miss Pam.
Tanya or Michelle on TikTok said, what did you, or no, it was Heather on TikTok said, what did you just spray? Oh, I have a little fine mist spray bottle. It's just water. And so if I feel like my paint isn't smoothing out and going on very even, I'll give it a nice little mist of water, and that helps the paint to smooth out. Okay. The original color for the bottom of the cake plate is green. And then the icing is pink. And then we have some teal elements. I'm kind of tempted to paint the bottom of my cake plate maybe like teal on teal. What do y'all think? I also initially thought it could be cool to do like a black and white cake plate, but if I were going to do that, I probably shouldn't have painted this part white. So maybe not. Maybe we'll go with teal. Let's see. Laguna is good. Let's see what else we got here. I might just pick one color of teal and then tint it to be, a lighter and darker shade of what I want. I feel like I'm missing some colors here. Charlie has been crafting a lot, so it's very likely she could have come in here and snatched some of mine. Okay, we're going to use this one. Peacock teal. Charity says she hasn't gotten her package yet for Cocoa and Crafts. Is there any chance it's on its way? She's talking about the January companion packs.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, because I think the last of them that we had, there might have been some that went out this morning, but the last of them shipped out yesterday evening.
All
whenever
right.
They picked up.
You like the teal? Mary suggested purple. I'm not a, as I sit here with my purple fingernails, I'm not a big purple person, I said. I almost started to say. I went with purple fingernails because I was like, I'm not ready to put on pink yet for Valentine's, because that's what I usually wear for Valentine's. It feels like it's a little soon for that. So I went with purple.
Just a little.
As I sit here with all my Valentine decorations behind me.
Uh-huh.
I keep putting my foot in my mouth, don't I? No, I was ready to change out the Christmas decor in here. I took the tree down, and then Charlie's like, what are you going to put up next? And because I had like snowman stuff in here. And while I wasn't in here, she came in here and redecorated. As you can see, she's got some of her creations up here on the shelf. This is like a little light up.
Oh, yeah, the thing's acrylic too.
A little light up acrylic sign, and her little disco heart that she painted in the Painters Clubhouse with the kids. And so she came in and redecorated for Valentine's. And then I hung up a couple of door hangers to go along with what she had already done. Raynette says my January companion pack won't be here until Saturday. Oh, that's okay. You can catch up with us when it does arrive. Maybe it'll arrive partway through the day and you'll be able to do like the last craft live with us.
Yeah, I apologize about that.
We have been hammering those things out as fast as the orders come in, and they just keep coming in. So that's great. I'm not complaining in one bit.
No, but yeah, I do try. I like to get people their stuff in a timely manner.
I feel like you guys do a really good job at getting stuff out super quickly. It's just sometimes the postal service or whatever isn't as fast as we would like for it to be. So that's why we started taking pre-orders for those on December 13th. We were afraid that would be the case. We didn't want everybody to be waiting and ordering it like the week of. So the majority of you, like 100 of you guys, already ordered yours back in December. So those probably have already arrived. If not, they're definitely on the way already. I think the only ones we're still currently fulfilling are the ones that were ordered like the day of, like
Yeah.
today and yesterday and stuff like that. Okay, so that's peacock teal. Let me dry this. It's very blue looking on camera.
In which case, those are already packaged up and ready to be picked up by the post office or UPS, however it goes out.
What did Tiffany say? I've been using door hanger hooks on my front door, but it's leaving marks. I moved into my new home in a week. Do you recommend anything else to hang my door hanger on? Are you talking about like the over the door, like wreath hooks? That probably would scratch your door up. I would try just like a command hook. You know, it's got that removable adhesive. Maybe try that.
I wonder. Yeah, Mary said that if it is USPS, it's slow. UPS is fast. We do have a tendency to try to push towards UPS because they are a little bit quicker, and they usually they come in the evenings.
Still stinks. You smell the burnt smell?
No, but they come in the evenings. But at the same time, it's just we generally go off of about the price. And here lately, it seems like UPS rates have went up a little bit.
Do you have your phone on you?
I do.
Will you make a couple of quick little videos of me painting for TikTok later? And then you can airdrop them to me when it's over.
Yeah. You said video?
Yeah, just like a couple little videos or whatever. I told him I was
sideways or
no, it's got to be vertical for TikTok.
I always get that backwards.
I asked him, I was like, can you create a couple little videos while I'm live? He's like, I don't know. He's like, you might fire me as a photographer and a videographer. I was like, they don't have to be perfect. I just need to be able to stitch them together to post on TikTok later or something. So, you know, everything is content, as they say. That's good. 5 seconds. That's plenty. And then we can like.
Sweet. I just got like 6 then.
No, like I need like maybe 5-second clips throughout the process. So wait till I paint something else and then paint it and then do another one.
Jennifer said I use command hooks and then the Velcro command strips to the bottom to keep it from hitting the door. No scratches.
Something else you can put on the back of your door hanger if it's bumping and making a noise every time you open the door, or if it's scratching your door, is those little. They sell them at the Dollar Tree, the little furniture sticky pads that you put on like the bottom of a chair to keep the chair from scratching your floor. Use those on the back, like put it a couple like on the bottom corners of your door hanger, and it should keep your door from getting scratched.
Ooh, Connie sounds like she's got a busy January.
I see that. Connie, I've got a pretty busy January too. I'm going to be home this week, gone next week, home the week after that, and then gone the last week of January. So for the next 6 weeks, I'm home a week, gone a week. I have 3 trips and 3 weeks at home, and they're stacked as such. So I'm going to be pretty busy too.
You get back, we go to San Antonio.
Yeah, and then when Michael gets back, 2 weeks after that, him and Wes leave to go to San Antonio to pick up a new laser that we bought.
Brandy asked, could you please say hi to her granddaughter Zoe?
Hi, Zoe. Thank you for watching. Okay, so I've got my peacock teal color. I'm going to add just a little white to it now that I'm done with it. And I'm going to mix with the bottom of my paintbrush. And this is going to create the lighter teal color that I'm going to use to make stripes. Oh, Tina, kidney stones are no joke. The last time I had kidney stones was when I was pregnant with my son, Brett. So that was 14 years ago. Thank goodness I haven't had any issues since then. That was almost worse than the labor itself. So now we have a lighter shade of the peacock teal with a little white in it. So I'm going to pick that up with my flat tip brush. And the lines are scored or lasered on here. You can kind of see them in the camera. And so I'm just going to paint every other line this lighter color. And there is kind of a double line there. I'm going to go back later with probably white or something. Or maybe we can do it with like a shimmery color. I don't know. And paint those little lines another color.
Jeanette asked if we are getting an SA laser, and I'm not sure if she's the one that I talked to at SA Live or not. But yes, Jeanette, we are getting an SA laser.
Yep, from San Antonio. I guess that's what SA stands for. Yep. We've never had one of those before, but they were really excited about this 5-day like course that SA Laser puts you through that teaches you all the things about your laser. And even though our guys in the wood shop are very laser knowledgeable, there's always more stuff you can learn and more techniques you can.
Well, and a lot of our stuff is kind of self-taught, trial and error and stuff.
Yeah.
So
there might be a better way that you just don't know about.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the funny thing is that it was somebody, it may have even been Jeanette. Somebody mentioned, I hadn't never heard of SA Laser before, but somebody at SA Live mentioned it, and I was like, all right, I'll look them up. And yeah, I mean,
that recommendation bought you a laser, huh?
Yeah, I talked to a couple different companies, but it seems like
Janet said, I'm the one that told you about them.
Okay, good.
Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah. You should have gotten a commission off that sale, Janet.
We have a tendency whenever we look at buying lasers, it's not just the laser machine itself, but it's also the company. We've had to deal with a few different companies over the years, a few different, laser machines, and that's really where I think means the most to me, or that kind of.
You try to pick somebody who's got great customer service and good product knowledge and all that.
Versus, well, we already got your money, you got your machine.
Yeah.
Go forward to great things.
Okay, I got to pick a pink for the frosting up here, and I want to pick something that's going to look good. Also, we're going to use purple on this little twirly thing through here, and then we'll use the teal again for these little dots. So the pink needs to kind of go with the teal that we used, and let's go ahead and pick a purple.
I don't think I knew that SA Laser was run by veterans.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll be spending 5 days there, so I mean,
you'd have learned that eventually anyway, huh?
Yep, I mean, meet some of them.
I might need to get out my color swatches to pick the pink that I'm going to use, because some of them look different after you.
Pam said that they are expecting 6 to 12 inches of snow Thursday in North Texas. I hope some of it misses you, Pam, and comes on up here and drops here.
I think we're supposed to get some snow on Thursday or Friday. They are very excited. Okay, I'm going to use Poodle's. Was Poodle Skirt Pink the one I couldn't find the other day? It was either bubblegum pink or no, it must have been bubblegum pink. So here's the colors: Poodle Skirt Pink, Purple Cow, and Peacock Teal. So yeah, Michael, if you want to get a video clip of me using the Poodle Skirt Pink, good grief, that must have leaked out. Had a giant paint booger on the lid.
That's courtesy of your daughter.
It's just kind of common knowledge on here that I blame everything on Charlie if something's awry, because I couldn't have possibly done it. Couldn't have been me. Janet wants to know after you're done how the training goes. So she would love for you to that would be a good idea. After we unload the laser in the shop, you could kind of go live and give a debrief about how your week went and what all you learned.
Well, I'm not Tim.
Come around on this side so you can see. Okay. You're just seeing my arm. I'm training my new videographer. Can y'all in real time? That way you can see my hand painting.
As I was about to make a comment that I don't know what the rules are. It may be a situation where I can actually
you could go live at the on the scene.
Let's not get carried away.
Maybe I should go with you so I can video you doing all this.
I was going to say, take some clips or video, whatever, and then turn around and.
Is it hard to do two things at once?
Well, I'm sitting here I don't know. I'm sitting here okay, that cord's in the way. That's not. Anyway.
You're overthinking it. This is for TikTok. It's going to be like a 2-second clip.
But I might be able to do some videos or whatnot.
Yeah.
And send them to you, then you can do your magic.
My magic, my videography magic. I saw a funny TikTok the other day that was talking about how what is it? What did it say? My honey started to help me with one of my new hobbies, and now he's turned into employee of the month every month. I was like, that's you, babe. I was like, we need to recreate that TikTok. when you're married to somebody who starts a business, you become part of the business too. And then you become the person who helps figure out all the things and ends up wearing all the hats.
Jeanette said she'd be the videographer.
Some days I feel like I need a whole nother one. Okay, this pink looks super, super light on camera, but it's really not that bright in person. I don't know why it's looking that light.
It's just because it's still wet.
I guess so. When it dries, it will darken.
Yeah, because the lights will.
Mary, I'm using poodle skirt pink.
And Angela said, poor Charlie. Now, while Tamara does blame a lot on Charlie, Charlie earns a lot of that. I love her. She's a good girl.
She's like a little tornado that lives in our house. She sweeps room to room, scattering stuff from one room to the next, and then leaving it in a trail behind her.
Because she moves in wherever she goes.
Yeah. I literally went around the sunroom this morning picking up after her, and I piled everything that I found that belonged to Charlie in one chair because she just left a trail.
The thing is, she doesn't do it on purpose. She just squirrel.
Yeah. ADD at its finest. Somebody on TikTok commented that in Eastern Kentucky, they got 7+ inches of ice on top. I think she meant 7 inches of snow with ice on top. Yeah.
I mean, it's Western Kentucky. I've seen it, a 40-degree difference in 2 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would love about a good 1.5 feet.
Oh, my. That's a lot.
Get out and
we just want enough to go sledding in.
Yep.
For one really good snow day to sled.
A 4.5, a 1.5 feet.
And then as far as I'm concerned, it could all melt off the very next day and the kids could just go back to school. The kids were out of school Monday and there really was no point. I mean, the roads were not that bad.
Cassie wanted to know, do you do text alerts for lives?
I don't do text alerts anymore, but I do use messenger broadcasts. So if you comment alert on Facebook, it will notify you through Facebook Messenger next time I'm live if you click the yes button after it sends you the first text.
And yeah, she did follow up that at the end of that message and say that she does get message alerts. You used to do the text message, it just got too expensive.
We used to do the text messenger alerts, and then they started charging us for every. I mean, well, they always charged us, but the rates got more expensive for every single text we send. So it wasn't just like, oh, you sent one text, here's one price. No, they charge you for every single person you send it to, and that gets crazy expensive. So we had to stop it. It wasn't in the budget anymore.
Marina, she said, look at Michael. He is knowing why it's lighter because of the paint. And that's really, it just sounded good. I think that's why, but I went with it.
There is always a several minute delay in Messenger.
I didn't do it.
Oh, that's an alarm that I had set for myself.
Do they hear that?
They probably. Yeah, they definitely did. I don't know if TikTok heard the alarm, but. Okay, while that's drying, let's hop down here and do the cute little swirly line that goes on our frosting. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it after it's dry, my white needs another coat.
Lorianne want to know, is there any chance you're doing an event in Kentucky again this year?
Not this year. So this year we've got SA Live in Destin and PC Live, which is our cruise. But we don't have plans to do any events in Kentucky this year. So,
but I'd venture to say, I don't know what's on the.
Are you planning something?
I generally don't even know what's on the calendar for the year. I'm like, Tamara, what do we got planned? What are we doing? What's my schedule? But I think as many people as asked, and I think we did. It turned out pretty good, even though we were pretty nervous with the Kentucky last year. I could see coming back or doing it again.
When? Are you saying this year?
Maybe doing I'm not saying this year.
I was shocked. I'm like, with the crazy year we've already got planned. Oh, yeah. You want to throw in another event?
It's gonna be a pretty busy year. But I could easily see next year. Although
I definitely think we'll bring it back to Kentucky for Painters Clubhouse Live in 2026. I just right now with our calendar for what we already know we have planned for this year, I don't see how we can fit it in Kentucky. It's just we got too many other things, personal and business stuff going on that we want to do. Michael's wanting to run in the Marine Corps Marathon in Washington, D.C. in October.
Again.
At the end of October. Of course, at the beginning of October, we've got Destin SA Live.
Yeah. Let's hope I don't die in Washington, D.C.
And I've got a few business trips and stuff like that planned in between. And so it's just hard to fit it all in, all the things you want to do in a year.
But blessings, not burdens.
Right. After my white dried, it was looking a little splotchy. So 3 coats of white is usually what I have to do. If it's an area that's not going to have a lot of detail on top of it. And this does have the little dots and the little swirlies, but that's not much detail to cover up splotchy white paint. So again, with the spritzer bottle, if your paint is not smoothing out the way you like it, just get a little spritz of water on there and it'll smooth out a lot better.
Did I tell you that I really like those little spritz bottles?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The fine mist spray bottles.
Yes. I've got one back here at the shop. I use it all the time. Usually on wood filler.
Yeah. Keeps it workable.
Yep.
So it doesn't dry out fast.
Yep.
It's handy to have. Okay.
Well, and I was using on some paint that I was painting.
Let me pick I didn't pick a yellow. Let me pick a yellow for the candles.
That's what it was. I was painting your spiral book.
Banana cream. Yes, you were doing splatter paint on that.
You show it to me?
No, I didn't. Do you want me to?
No, I don't care.
You're proud of it, huh?
I mean, I channeled my inner Jackson Pollock.
Well, hand it here. I'll show it to him.
And did the one.
I found one of our mixed media pads that we had taken with us to SA Live. And we were supposed to we were supposed to take it with us to SA Live in the Smokies and have everybody sign it like a guest book. And then we forgot. And Michael's like, you need to decorate the cover. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to paint. He goes, do splatter paint. Here, I'll do it. And he took off running with it. And he ended up doing splatter paint all over it. And it does look kind of cool. So I think on top of the splatter paint, we should put like a couple of SA Live stickers or something like that so that it's obvious that this. But see, we started it in Destin 2023 and had some of you guys sign it. And then we forgot to do it in 2024. Here you go, dear. In the mountains.
Sorry.
What?
I don't know if they saw the shaking.
Oh, no, it's fine. Lauren said, go ahead and put that task in Asana now. Yeah. If it's not in Asana, it ain't going to happen. That's our software where we manage all of the tasks and things that we get done. And our team has all of their tasks in there.
Elizabeth said, Michael and the boys in the shop should do a weekend class at your shop for all things dealing with all the shop equipment.
Oh, yeah. Do like a wood shop 101 class.
They're like, I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but this is how we do it.
Right. That's how it would all go every lesson. I think that's pretty normal, though, if you work in a wood shop, you got to be able to figure things out on the fly.
Yeah, this week we're actually working on shelving up in the loft area and doing some modifications to the shipping area.
And that's been a long time coming, those 2 projects. It's one of those things that probably should have been done before we ever started working in there. Yeah, but you can't do that because you don't know what your needs are at that time. Until you've been working in it for a while and you start to have struggles and figure out what will work better.
Yeah, because there was things that I did to the shop
that you had to undo.
And there were some things that I was thinking about doing, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah. So they're finally building some shelving up in our loft area, which is where we store like all of the extra boxes, all of our event stuff, pretty much anything that's like overstock that we've got, extra supplies of or shipping materials, all goes up there. You may have to hold up till I get done drying this.
Want to pick up a video of you dry?
No, this is boring. This is the boring part. Hey, Laura, glad you were able to hop in and say hello. I see Pam here. She said, Michael, you will get lots of physical training at SA Live. You're always on the run.
Yeah, I've ran the Marine Corps Marathon before. But I've got a bucket list, and I'm going to do a 50K. That's 31 miles.
50K, that's crazy.
I'm only doing it once.
I don't know. There's something in him that loves to challenge himself physically. I don't possess that.
Yeah, but I definitely think that's going to be one of the finish lines where I cross and I'm like, that's awesome. I accomplished it. Never again.
Yeah. I don't see any smoke coming out of the heat gun, but it still stinks for sure.
Yeah.
It's got to burn off that new car smell. I saw Elaine says she doesn't have anything planned except for a new grandbaby coming in May. That's so exciting. Well, for those of you who don't have summer plans and would like to come on a crafty cruise with us, come join us. We're leaving out of Galveston, Texas, June 23rd. We're stopping in Costa Maya and Cozumel, Mexico. And there's 2 at-sea days. So it's a 5-night cruise, but during the 2 at-sea days, we will be crafting on the ship. And so it's going to be a really fun trip. It's the first crafty cruise I've ever put together. Might be the last. Who really knows? It depends on how well this goes. And so our Painters Clubhouse members were first invited to it. We've sold probably a third of the tickets, roughly, maybe a little less so far. And there are limited spots available. I think we're only able to take like 75 people as far as like on the crafty part. Like for the craft sessions, there's only seating for 75 people. Now, if your husband's coming, he doesn't have to buy a crafty cruise ticket. He just has to book his ticket on the cruise line when you book yours. So if you want to craft with us on the ship, you'll buy the crafty cruise ticket from us, and then you'll contact our travel agent to book the cruise portion of it.
Mary wanted to know where'd
you get the new heat gun?
Yeah, which it's the same brand as the one you had. Do you have that link in your Amazon?
I think it's probably linked. Yeah, it's linked in my Amazon favorites. So if you want to comment AMZ space, it'll pop my Amazon list in there. Did you order it on Amazon? The one you bought me?
Yeah.
I was thinking you probably did.
I come in here and looked at the brand.
Brenda said, I'm so excited. Are you coming with us? Laura says, can't wait for the Cocos and Craft Day. Yeah, that's happening this Saturday inside the Painters Clubhouse. So that's super fun. That is a special one-day workshop sort of event that we're doing in the Painters Clubhouse. We're going to have 3 different craft projects going and a Zoom call where we hang out together, all happening on Saturday.
Connie said she's cooking corn soup for this cold day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are certain things. I eat chili for lunch, and chili to me is one of those chili or
cold
soup
weather food.
It's like a really good cold weather food.
Yeah. It's very hearty and warming inside and out. Yeah, you don't like to eat chili in the summer. I could eat chili in the summer, especially on a hot dog.
And you may have already answered this, but I just saw that was catching up on the comments. What color yellow did you use?
The yellow is banana cream. It's very, very, very similar to baby duck if you have that color from Decor. They're almost the same color.
And Brenda said, yes, I'm going on the cruise and Florida. She's excited for both of them.
Yay.
You also get a free comedy show of me and JD hanging out together.
Yeah, JD and Lauren are supposed to be coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. We haven't decided yet whether we're taking our kids or at least Charlie on this cruise with us. We are taking them on a cruise at the end of this month to the Bahamas. And so we were kind of undecided on whether or not we were going to take them with us on the cruise out of Galveston.
Because the one coming up, you're working it, but
but I'm not in charge of it. So It's kind of different when you're in charge of an event. It's like,
and with me working and everything else, yeah, it's just one of those.
It's like, well, we need somebody to keep an eye on her.
Which, I don't know, she did pretty good at SA Live. So, I mean, I don't know.
And as parents, sometimes you want a little bit of downtime.
That's true.
And Charlie doesn't have any downtime. She's like the Energizer Bunny.
I love her. That girl will talk. And I feel bad because, I'll do like a deep breath and she'll look at me and she'll be like, I'm sorry. I'm like, baby girl, I love you. Don't change. It's not you. I'm just a little bit
overstimulated.
Or I need to eat supper first.
Yep. She never runs out of things to say. Pam's excited about the cruise. Pam's never been on a cruise
Yeah,
before.
that's right.
Her husband's been begging her to go on one for years, and he gave her a hard time because he's like, I've been begging you to go on a cruise forever, and you say no because you're scared of sharks. But then Tamara plans a cruise, and you're like, let's go.
Yeah, Missy said that she was replying to Connie's post. I had never heard of corn soup either.
I bet it's like corn chowder, kind of. I have had corn chowder. It's delicious. I actually have a corn chowder mix that was it Elizabeth that gave me that? Somebody at SA Live gave me a corn chowder mix, and it's in the cabinet. So I haven't got to make it yet, but I will soon.
I mean, yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have that for dinner one night.
Angela said she's fixing taco soup. Now taco soup's not a cold weather. That's anytime. I like taco soup.
Oh, Miss Pam sounds like she's offering to babysit Charlie for a whole week. I'll just drop her off, and you can bring her home later.
we might need to stay close by for at least the first couple of days. And it's like, all right, if she hadn't called now, then I think we're safe.
I'm going to use my little sponge pouncer. We sell these in our shop. This one's like a 3/4 inch circle. And I'm using the lighter shade that I mixed for the plate. And I'm just putting these dots right on top of the circle spots that are already lasered on the door hanger. So I'm not going to have to decide placement.
Elizabeth said that it was her.
Oh, it was you. I thought it was. And then I'm also giving it a nice little gentle twist to make it more circular.
And Brenda said after SA Live last year, she's hooked, and Bruce just tags along. Well, if we get an opportunity, I'll have to make sure to meet Bruce. What was the gentleman that I sat and had lunch with and they have the freeze dry business, Thomas?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I sat there and ate lunch with him. He's a really good guy.
I'm in deep concentration. You should have videoed this. Too late now.
I should have. Yep.
Too late. Too late. You're fired.
Yeah.
You wish, huh? Please fire me.
Sadie said Michael and JD are awesome, both comic relief and as assistants. Mm-hmm. Comic relief, yeah, that's natural.
Yeah. Elizabeth's offering to come to our house and keep the kids. Somebody on TikTok commented, Heather said, I love taco soup. Her and Abby would get along so good. I bet they would. Charlie will be 10 in April. And so I do feel like the older she gets, the more mature she's getting. And even though she's very overstimulating and energetic and a lot, she's getting better at self-regulating it and knowing, like, the maturity is changing, right? And so who knows? In the next 6 months, she could be even more mature than she is now, and it's even easier.
Girls do mature faster than boys.
Connie's giving us a recipe. Stewed tomatoes, new potatoes, carrots, ham, whole kernel corn with seasoning. That does not sound like corn chowder, but that sounds really good. And I love cornbread.
Jeanette was wanting to know what color are you using on swirls? Did you use them?
The swirls are purple cow. So peacock teal mixed with white, purple cow, the peacock teal mixed with white, poodle skirt pink, and banana cream.
And purple cow is an actual thing.
Yep.
We looked that up.
It's a drink. Now I've got to do sprinkles up here. So with the sprinkles, I'm thinking we could go ahead and use the purple cow for some of them. So I might go ahead and just do a few random little sprinkles with the purple cow. And I'm just using a little round tip brush that's about the same size as these sprinkles. And they're kind of like kidney bean shaped. So I'm just painting them right inside there. There's also some sprinkles that are just a little circle. I might use the yellow for those. And then I feel like I could probably pull in a darker pink or something.
I think so.
To have some pink sprinkles, but make them different than the icing color. So I'm just randomly picking a few sprinkles on here for the purple. And then we'll probably also pull in a little bit of the teal. Let's see. Do this
What is
one.
it? What is the name of those things that we put on top of taco soup?
I buy them at Sam's Club. On our taco soup, we like to put, because we eat low carb, so it's a low carb taco soup. Instead of saltine crackers, they sell them at Sam's Club. They're Parmesan cheese crisps. So they're like Parmesan cheese crackers, essentially. And they are so good in that taco soup.
Yeah.
Okay. For the yellow, I think I'm
And
going
they have a
to.
little crunch if you eat it right away.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try the bottom of my paintbrush and see if this is big enough to do these little dots. I think so, as long as I load up enough paint on the bottom of the brush.
And it adds like a little 3D texture element.
Kind of, yeah. I thought about getting out my Rider bottles to do this, but these sprinkles are kind of like chunky enough that I don't think the Rider bottles would be able to do the right texture to make them big enough, bad enough.
Yeah. Elaine said, don't get too excited about Charlie calming down. Wait for puberty. I don't know that I'm ready.
About the time one thing slows down, the other things will ramp up.
Yeah, I would. Sandy said, y'all are making me hungry. And I would be if I hadn't.
I feel like we talk about food a lot.
Well, I mean, we come by it honest. We're foodies.
We are. We love food. Love to talk about food.
Elizabeth said you froze up.
Uh-oh. Maybe it was just on her end because it looks okay on my end. Hey, video this next part because we should have been videoing or make a quick video on this. Do you hate this job?
I feel like I'm not getting paid enough.
Okay. I'm gonna lighten this color a little bit more, maybe.
Charity Joe said that her cocoa and crafts package is supposed to be delivered today.
Okay, good. I'm lightening that teal color just a little bit more to go on top of this frosting. And I'm just going to paint in a few of these. I'm going to leave a few so that I can make some of them a pink color. Let's see. We'll do this one. Like a darker pink, probably. I'm sure that's good. You don't have to stand there forever videoing me. He follows directions very well. Like I've showed him before, like what kind of pictures to take. No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm being serious. Like you take direction very well. Like when I've had to like show you how to take pictures of me when I'm doing something, like you usually can copycat and do exactly what I tell you to do. It's hard because we should have probably done a couple of practice videos showing you what kind of videos to make before doing this. But that's okay. We're learning on the fly.
Hey, Missy said she's actually eating vegetable beef soup that she pressure canned this summer.
I did some canning this past weekend.
And it seems like
Saturday, I guess I did it.
New pot or whatever is doing well because you always seem to struggle with it, like the cans would pop. Pressurized. Yeah,
I did pressure canning. Corey and Kyle got me a pressure canner. This is carousel pink, by the way. And I did beef stew in the pressure canner, and I did 6 jars, and 1 jar the lid popped off in the canner. The only thing I can figure is that I either didn't have enough headspace in the jar or I screwed the lid on just a tad too tight. So either way, it didn't ruin it. I just ended up putting that jar in the refrigerator.
I ate that for supper last night.
No, you didn't. You had vegetable soup that your mom brought over. No, there's still beef stew in there. You haven't had that yet.
Elizabeth said he takes directions well due to his background, aka veteran.
Yep. Not to mention, I've had 20 years of training him myself.
Yeah, but the fact that I can't stop drinking Diet Mountain Dew is all you.
But I'm the one who got you on Diet Mountain Dew because you were drinking fully leaded Mountain Dew when we met.
That's what I'm saying. It's your fault.
I also got you on skim milk because you were drinking like whole milk when we met.
2%. It was 2%.
Okay. I actually think that I really like the contrast of this darker pink. So what do y'all think if I did the darker pink as an outline along the edge of the frosting? I think that would probably just like tie it all together.
I think it'd be a good idea. Like a frosting outline.
Yeah. So there is a laser etched line here, and I was trying to decide what to do with it. So I think I'm just going to outline the frosting with this pink. Having to concentrate and breathe. Sometimes I hold my breath when I'm trying to do a line like this.
Elizabeth said I'm not going there with a 10-foot pole.
It's all right. We have a constant joke running in our relationship that I trained him, so he's not offended.
No.
Okay. Other idea that I had was I saw this. Is it the same color as this one? Sort of. This one's flat and this one's dazzling. Let's go with the dazzling. I have some of this. It's dazzling metallics and it's peacock pearl. So it's the same color probably as this peacock teal. And I thought about what if I use it on the lines between the lines.
On the lines between the lines.
You know, that's real technical sounding. This color hasn't been used in a hot minute, so I gotta get it good and shaken up. I feel like we need that for the blooper reel. Put a little bit of it in my palette. I've done this entire door hanger with 2 brushes. A flat tip brush and a round tip brush. That's it. Didn't even realize that till just now. This is pretty. It's kind of a pearlized teal. So I'm just going to use this to trace right on top of these lines that separate the 2 teal colors. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but either way, it's happening.
Trust process.
It's just paint. You can always paint over it if you don't like it. I don't hardly ever use these pearlized paints. I forget that I have them. I decided to jump over here and do these lines on the left-hand side because I realized real quickly that I was going to be getting my hand in the paint if I kept going the direction I was going. That's kind of cute, y'all. Oh, I was trying to pick it up. See the shimmer? What do you think? Okay, now I'm gonna rinse that brush off. I'm gonna get a little bit of white and I'm gonna add a few highlights and then we're gonna call it done. So I'm getting my little round tip brush, swirl it in the white, and I'm just gonna do like a little highlight on these letters to make them almost look like balloons or bubble letters.
So it'd be also called like accents.
Yeah. You like accents, don't you?
Lisa said, need all things that glitter, shimmer, and shine.
Yes. And I'm going to add a little bit on these little white dots. If your door hanger ever feels flat, if it ever feels one-dimensional, adding these little white highlights will suddenly give it so much more dimension. And it's hard to know how much to add. So sometimes you kind of need to add a few and then take a step back and see what else it needs.
Stephanie said, so cute. Use it at the top of that section too.
Oh, put it along the top of that? Is that what she means?
I think so.
I don't think it'll look good going up along here. But maybe that's not what she meant. Maybe she meant the pearl I should use somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of a white highlight around the plate too.
Yeah, you could pearl the
dots.
Yeah, I was thinking either the dots or your light blue sprinkles.
Mm-hmm. Aw, today's your mama's 80th birthday. That's special.
Oh, it is.
Okay, let's add some glitter. Let me find my Craft Winkles. Here it is. This is kind of my go-to glitter if I don't know what color glitter I want to use, because this one's kind of just clear and holographic and looks good on anything. So this is Craft Winkles Crystal.
What is the difference in that and this?
What does that one say?
Crystal gloss enamels glitter.
It's the same thing, but it's got gloss in it. I don't want gloss.
What? Usually, I always like things shiny.
I'll load up my brush, and I'm going to put just a little bit on, let's see. I might put it on my sprinkles. Just doing a little swipe.
And that's the stuff that you can't go over a Posca pen.
No, you're talking about sealer.
Oh.
Like if you're putting a clear gloss sealer over the entire door hanger, you can't do that on top of a paint pen.
Glitter stuff.
Well, some sealers have glitter in them. I would still, if you were covering a large with this, be very careful about putting it over a paint pen, because it's kind of like the base of the stuff is almost the same thing as sealer. So it could potentially cause trouble. Whoops. Some of these little sprinkles are still wet, so it's like it's picking up a little bit of that. Whoops, I just picked up the wrong thing. Glitter makes everything better. I agree. It does. I'm putting a little bit on these little loopy loops on the cake. I'm not perfectly coating them, but I'm doing it more like a highlight, I guess. Just an accent. And then
I'll said they got like it was more like an inch of ice.
And I'm going to coat the entire little circles here on the teal.
I think we were probably about
That's a lot of ice.
We were probably about 3 or 4 degrees shy of having that.
Yeah, the whole time it was coming down, it was like 34 degrees out. Not nearly warm, cold enough to make it all freeze. Just made our yard a really big mess. Soggy mess.
But hey, at least it killed off the onions that were growing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our yard started to look like springtime.
Like an onion patch.
I'm putting a little bit of glitter on the highlights, like right on top of the white areas on my yay up there too. Okay, I'm done. Let's show it. Sure? I'm sure. I keep playing with it. Okay, let me try not to mess any of this up because some of it's still wet, and I'll show you how it looks.
Yeah.
This could be really fun if you wanted to customize this for different people in your family. You could like make a little nameplate that goes right down here or something, you know, something that you could like swap out on a magnet or a piece of Velcro so that you could celebrate that person and change it out depending on whose birthday it is. So hopefully you guys can see the little shimmer and glitter on the cake plate and in the glitter that we put on it. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope that you guys will decide to join us on our crafty cruise in June. If you want to do that, comment PC Live and I'll send you some more information about it. Just a reminder, you have until February 20th to book your spot on our cruise room block with our cruise travel planner. That's what she's called. I almost called her craft cruise director. Oh, Michael, will you slide that little thing across up there to fix TikTok? It's timing out. And then Southern Adornments live tickets are on sale as well. If you're interested in coming to that, comment SA live and it'll send you a link with more information. That's happening in Destin in October. And our early bird promotion that saves you $100 off your SA live ticket ends at the end of this month, January 31st. So definitely grab your ticket before then to save the most amount of money. If you want to be notified next time I'm live, comment alert and I'll let you know when I'm going live. But thank y'all for joining me today. It was fun catching up with you guys and painting. I'll be live. Yeah, it has been a while. I'll be live again later this week to do a big box of blanks reveal. So I'll send out an alert through Messenger when I'm getting ready to do that. And then Friday is Friday Fab 5. So I'll see you guys then as well. And then next week I'm out of town. So I won't be painting live next Tuesday, but I might find an old tutorial that I can reshare with you guys that maybe some of you have never seen before. So I'll be sure to post that on Tuesday. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.